Thank you kindly. Appreciate you. That's fine. Yeah. No, that's okay. I appreciate that. Thanks, Ivan. All right, we ready? Happy Halloween, Leaping Lizards. I'm Adam Contagious. Now real into this conversation, I can only discourse for so long. Never gonna reach any type of conclusion with both of us waiting for the other to be wrong. Well, I was never real in tune with what you were feeling. Seemed like whenever I would try something to break and fall off, it's just another heartbreak evening. I'm taking you with me alone as I walk. Now the balancing act, well, it's just flipped over, and I hope that we both land on our feet. It's just another heartbreak evening. I'm taking you with me, your words on repeat. Well, I've always had a pretty good instinct for when it's time to leave a dead scene. Something about us so intoxicating, I fell asleep on the ceiling. I stopped having dreams. Once upon a time, things got very dark for those people in the village by the seaside cliffs and rocks, and they spent all of their days eyes fixed upon the clocks, nights of dreams with dark laughter which they were powerless to stop. You see, every night at 12, 2 or 3 would wander off. They get lost and turn around out there in that early morning fog, and to their grave misfortune, where they'd wind up heading east, and every single last one of them plunged directly into the sea. See, these witches cast spells in the presence of the moon, and they would invite these people out at night just to come and meet their doom. Still so easy to manipulate the minds of the weak, and even during daylight hours, the whole goddamn village was asleep. Now they'd wake up in the morning and cry, "Where's Bobby gone?" And Tommy's not around no more. I think something's very wrong, and although they deeply loved one another in that small town, they forgot the loss even existed by the time the sun went back down. Those were the ways and those days and that time and that place, so lost in the rain, right down the fog, still stumbling around, trying to see, or me with my feet on the ocean floor, still trying to breathe. Appreciate that. Thank you. Hello. Hi. How are you? I'm fine. My name is Adam Contagious, and I'll be your tour guide tonight through the dark recesses of the mind. And if you don't mind, I'd like to take a moment to just stop the course of time, right? Because otherwise, what's about to take place could wind up consuming the entire night. So please extinguish the cigarettes, finish the drinks, and wrap up that conversation. Then proceed to the front of the stage to witness live mental deterioration. I know you've seen it before, like thousands of times, but come on, let's face it, it's much less interesting when it's happening in the grocery store checkout lines. So we'll take a little flight minus a pilot, not to mention a destination. I'm gonna hold the remote control, but don't expect me to choose the station. You see, I'm too insecure, indecisive, and off my medication. Feel free to address your concerns to my publicist, who's on that permanent paid vacation. And for those of you who just love those accusations, no, I'm not the cause of the unraveling of the moral fabric, just a product of it all. Ever since September 1984, I've been a helpless witness to it all. Folks, I gotta tell you, a little bit shocked, disturbed, disgusted, frightened, and appalled with it all. But I know the meaning of these words when Humpty Dumpty was taking his legendary fall. We're talking years before Project Shock and all. Well, with all that's out there and all the shit's still going on, I'm still traveling this earth, a little lonely wanderer without a magic wand. And gotta tell you, right, it gets darker the days. And all this shit I've said, well, I'd like to tune away. But I know it so well, and I'm meaner than hell. And back on the lines, and now here and now gone and underfunded on the run. Standing here screaming, playing the keys, don't even know if I'm thinking. Hey, appreciate you. Thanks. I love it. Thank you, guys. You know, once upon a fucking time I was a real nice guy. Then I learned of war, murder, rape, and greed, and I died a little inside. Well, on this planet I was born and raised, it's where I shall remain. Please, oh, please don't be mad at me if I feel the need to complain. But what I call death, you call life, I guess. Something in between was fast, but it sure is painful either way. You know, I'd love to stop mass hunger. I'd like to stop mass genocide. Also like to put an end to those voices deep inside my mind. Well, if you have this problem too, then I guess you can relate. So we're selling off our conscience, going directly to the bank. What you call sorrow, pain, and strife, I choose to refer to as the human mind, but I guess it's all the same. Anxiety. You know, this word just makes me cringe, but still the bottle helps me kill it, so we'll start another binge and then down we go into the depths of desperation land. Well, this shit is destroying me, and I'm lending my hand, but with none to fear except fear itself, and maybe a lack of mental health, but hey, fear is fear just the same. Trust. What an ugly fucking word, or one of the most difficult syllables that I've ever heard. Destroyed in seconds, built up over years. Well, these 5 letters represent one of my biggest fears, and it's like fool me once, fool me twice, and then after a while they're all just lies, but this gets us through the days. Thank you kindly. Well, in case you haven't noticed, folks, we're in real bad shape. And I'm broadcasting live from a zombie bar in a Rust Belt state. Talking shit in politics with barn goers. Talking shit to my future self via Twitter posts. Now, everywhere I point my gaze, I'm spinning round. Just can't tell, is this the booze or real life? All across the land, folks consumed by hate, and they're at each other's throats in the frozen food aisle. So come on down for tales from the zombie bar. Probably gonna keep you up all night. Come take a shot with our fortune teller, 'cause down here we're at least half a liar. This little funhouse mirror trick has grown old. Seems a novelty, well, it's long worn off, and distortion is fun. It has its time and place. We're looking at these days is just fucking disgusting. And one of these days, I'm gonna probably come unglued and be as useless as I was back in 2005. So waiting for someone to come and get my shit together as I judge myself through all of your eyes. So come on down for tales from the zombie bar. Probably gonna keep you up all night. Come take a shot with our fortune teller, 'cause down here we don't bite. Well, we might. Well, I don't even know where I'm coming down on some of these issues, but I promise the landing it's not gonna be soft. And not that anyone should give a shit when I'm thinking. I see touchscreen zombies everywhere that I walk. And this just in, shit's about to get weird. Oh, and I do mean more strange than it has been already. Good news, we got front row tickets. And whether you want them or not, I just hope you're ready. Till then, come on down. Tales from the zombie bar. Probably gonna keep you up all night. Come take a shot with our fortune teller, 'cause down here we don't bite. Well, we might. Thank you. Thank you so much. Happy Halloween, everybody. Well, he says to himself, I guess my past life has been shelved as fun, 'cause it never really quite got off the ground. The wheels fell off every time I turned around. Well, oh, well, oh, well, no, not going back to that. Well, oh, no, hell no, it's probably time to stay away from the water source that I helped poison myself. And when he sees what he sees, he's still in goddamn disbelief again. Story's familiar by now, the only thing that ever changes is the hour. Whereby our relinquishing power once thought to be held in the hands of the gods of Mount Olympus for mental health, with it keeping them privates all to themselves. He walks streets, a tired, lonely clown. And he said what he said, it's just better off your well-read noise, trying to keep the words of the wise that are rolling in his head. He's not usually mean, but if he is, well, he means it, except for the times where he'd like to make amends, but he ain't got the means yet. So what's that say about where we stand today? Well, I'd say that something's probably still off. Trying to check off the softs in the dark. Now he's standing right beside the clock, so now he's just hoping that time would stop. So how we're coping now that things have stopped? How we're coping with life in that box, like your own laws make flaws and repeal them, own personal conscience make flaws and repeal them, just trying to make peace with the flawed and diseased time peace I helped create myself. Thank you, friends. Thank you so much. All right. Well, I'll just do one more. Or two. Let's see. First guy I knew who died, I can't remember his name. Well, the 10th grade started, he just never came again. All his friends sat around and cried for a day or two. And you can say what you want about a mortal soul. When that guy died, it left a hole, and it was my first clue that when they're gone, they're gone. Yeah, maybe Jesus beat the rap, we're not sure. Maybe you'll live forever if your heart is pure. Maybe you'll come back someday as a king prawn. And maybe angels come and take you away to heaven or the other way, but from down here, it appears that when they're gone, they're gone. Well, me and Stevie Gibson used to walk home from school, and we used to have this little turnaround rule. If you turn around one way, you gotta turn around the other way, or it's bad luck. Well, he went rafting on the river went round, and his raft went around. His luck got all wound up, and he drowned, and he was gone. And maybe Jesus beat the rap, we're not sure. Maybe you live forever if your heart is pure. Maybe you'll come back someday as a king prawn. And maybe angels come and take you away to heaven or the other way, but from down here, it appears that when they're gone, they're gone. Two weeks after Dieter died, you could call him on the phone, and he would tell you that he's not home, and it gave you an eerie feeling, even though you knew it was just an answering machine. Somewhere deep inside we know they don't come back when they go, and he had gone, and when they're gone, they're gone. And maybe Jesus beat the rap, we're not sure. Maybe you live forever if your heart is pure. Maybe you'll come back someday as a bug in a lawn. And maybe angels come and take you away to heaven or the other way, but from down here, it appears that when they're gone, they're gone. So I looked up death in the dictionary one day just to see what the dictionary had to say, and it's a complete and irreversible cessation of life functions, which is not very poetic, but it's precise and it's clean, and if you analyze it, what that means is when they're gone, they're gone. Yeah, maybe Jesus beat the rap, we're not sure. Maybe you live forever if your heart is pure. Maybe you'll come back someday as a king prawn. Yeah, maybe angels come and take you away to heaven the other way, but from down here, it appears that when they're gone, they're gone. Thank you so much, everybody. Happy Halloween. I appreciate it. Back to the upbeat stuff with Maura Linden and Melvin. Thank you guys so much for the time. Love you. Happy Halloween.